and welcome to Galan Lithium Limited first podcast. My name is JP Vargas de la Vega. I'm the Managing Director and Company Founder. Today, I come to give you an update on the last 6 months of where Galan is and where we're at. And this is the first of many series, and we are developing the Hombre Muerto Phase 1 project, and we expect to be in production in the first half of 2026. The last 6 months of Galan, they've been tremendous in the fact that we've been able to do a cap raise. We raised $13 million this year. We have also in the process of due diligence for funding of 20 million Australian dollars from Clean Elements. I'll discuss further who they are. And this funding will provide us with the securing of the funding for phase 1, that is defined for our production of 4,000 tons of lithium carbon equivalent in lithium chloride material form. Clean Elements, they've been a partner that it came out of left field. They contacted us back in early this year, really interested to talk to us, and we didn't know who they were. Interesting enough, Clean Elements, they know Argentina and they know also lithium. So they have invested heavily on NOAA Lithium, which is a Canadian listed company. And they have done a tremendous job at getting the company from where they are to promote them and add significant value into the company. They're not scared of Argentina. They understand Argentina very well, and they ask who else is out there that we should be investing. And there was one word back from all those questions that they asked to the market, and that was Ask Galan. Well, the support was strong, and Clean Elements participated as part of that investment. $3 million out of those $13 million were Clean Elements, and that set the first stone into them to wanting to participate at Galan and invest more. For clarity, Clean Elements investment is in 2 tranches. One of them coming up in August, the second one coming up in November. Both of them, we're going to have a shareholders voting for those, and the information will be disclosed. Some of them has already been disclosed for the next meetings. Importantly, the management and board, they have actively participated we had an SPP as part of the race, and my colleagues or my fellow directors also invested in Galan. We got shareholders approvals for that. So all up, the participation of the board of management this year has been close to $500,000. We have received a tremendous amount of support for that $13 million that came with an SPP. We as a board, we believe that Galan needs to be funded, defended, and our main goal is to produce our first ton of lithium chloride concentrate in the next 12 months. The feedback that we have constantly getting from our shareholders is of high support, and with these funds, is part of the total funding package plus the $20 million are coming up to fully fund phase 1. So phase 1, once again, is coming online next year with a production profile of 4,000 tons. Based on our current estimate, we believe that the funding that we have with Clean Elements and the raise, there are the adequate funding required for production of our phase 1. In the lithium context of concentrates, you pretty much got 2 main sources of lithium. One is lithium spodumene that is widely produced in Australia, And pretty much most of the spodumene that you see here comes from Western Australia. The second source of lithium comes from lithium brines, and those are the ones of the SQM and Albemarle in Atacama Desert in Chile. And then you go the Rio Tintos, the Ganfengs, and the lots in Argentina. So there is a massive difference between one and the other. When you look at lithium in solution, the nature has done the energy grinding process for you. So compare that to a highly energy intensive process from hard rock that you drill and blast, stroke and hole, put energy to grind, filter, and package all together, that you are with a significant cost. In our case, nature does the job for us. Is in solution, all what we need to do is to evaporate our brine. In that way, we concentrate the brine. We need to filter the brine, which is low energy intensive. And then we have a product that compares to lithium spodumene, has more than double the grade, the lithium content grade, compared to spodumene. So we not only have something that is cheaper to produce, but also the product comes with more than double the content. Therefore, your transport cost, they get reduced. Well, we've been coming from a streak of 2 weeks approximately, or maybe give or take, of a constant appreciation of the lithium price, and recently has crossed a $9,000 per ton lithium carbon equivalent battery grade barrier. That is very interesting to see that it's no longer a flat line. We've seen a little spike. It's not a big one, but I believe that this will gives the context that the market is not dead. And on the other side of the table, you have a strong demand. And so whilst this year may be balanced or slightly oversupplied, we believe that this is set up for 2026, the year that we come into operations, to be a good year. At today's prices, and this is a key difference between brine and hard rock, today, if we were in production today, we'll be making money with all-in sustaining costs, to be honest. Compare that to spodumene producers here in Australia, you don't necessarily see all of them doing so. Therefore, we have a resilient project that we believe that the market is going to run at some point, but markets have ups and downs. And as a result, when the down comes back again, we'll be ready for it. We'll be in production and we'll be able to weather the storm. We blue numbers and not red numbers as you see here in the local market. Galan has mapped 4 phases of development. Today, we are developing the smallest one, which is phase 1, which is 4,000 tons, as mentioned, of lithium carbon equivalent in lithium chloride concentrate. We do have the permits for phase 2 that can take us from 4 to 21,000 tons of lithium carbon equivalent. We have the permits. The only constraints for us today is funding. Nevertheless, we believe that history repeats itself, and there are 2 previous ASX-listed companies that can provide a bit of a platform to see where Galan could go into the future. Now, a few years ago, these two companies merger, meaning Oro Cobre and Galaxy Resources. At the time of the merger, both of them were approximately $1.5 billion each. And we believe that with the right market conditions, we could be trading at prices that are not necessarily too far away from that, because we've seen that before in the previous cycle. So we're not seeing. I'm not saying something that it is not baseless, because we have the resource, we have the permits to go to a production level beyond of what they've done, and our brine is the best brine in Argentina. I'd like to remind everyone that our neighbors are Rio Tinto, which bought Allchem for under $7 billion. Our resource is one of the top 10 resources into development, and we can compete with the larger companies, as we progress into our production profile, we can go from 4,000 to 20,000, that is fully approved, 21,000. Then we can jump to 40,000, 60,000. Our mantra is crawl before you walk, before you run. But the steps are set. The brine is there, the resource is there, the reserves are there. We got 40 years mine life under phase 2, and we can have reserves down the track for phase 3 and 4. We need to do the drilling for doing so, and we need to do also the DFS. But if you go by what we have today, the ingredients are there. So we just need to put them together. We give it time. But there's a significant upside that's been missed with all of this with Galan. Understandably why the market has not been favorable to lithium, but if we stick with us, there's more to come.